Yeah.
Hi again guys, it's Slobs back again. So this week we're continuing the theme of Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists decks by bringing GaGaGa to the playmat. So there's a bonus challenge of counting how many times I fluff saying the word GaGaGa in this video, but here we go. So some of these cards have actually seen meta relevance recently, namely by being rocks and their ability to put Gallant Granite on the board. So we're ignoring all of that relevant stuff and going pure. So let's see everyone's favourite protagonist's deck. Alright, so as expected, starting with the monsters. I don't know how many times I can make a joke about starting with the monsters in these videos before people get bored. So starting off, we're running 3 GaGaGa Sister. So GaGaGa Sister is kind of our main starter of the deck and our go-to normal summon. It searches any GaGaGa spell, and we're only really running one of those, but it's well worth the ad and it's kind of part of our kind of starting combo. And there's also a level manipulator which comes in very handy, so it combines the levels of another GaGaGa monster and makes them both that level. So from there we're running GaGaGaCoat. I'm going to abbreviate the name because I'm never going to be able to pronounce it otherwise. So GaGaGaCoat's a new card out of their Legendary Duelist set. So it's got a Borer-esque effect while we control a ZuBaBa or a GaGaGa, and it's also got a Reborn effect for a GoGoGood or a DoDoDodwarf. Flipping heck, I'm already bored of saying those names. Either effect would be really good on the card, but the fact that it's on a single card is, you know, super good. So from there we're running 2 of our OG guy, so that's GaGaGa Magician, so he can become anything from level 1 to 8. He's not super relevant anymore if I'm being honest. You could probably cut him, but I've got Ultimate Rare version, so I figure I'll put him in. So from there we're running 2 more of the new cards, so this came out in the same set as the coat, and this is GoGoGoglove. So you can special summon a ZuBaBabancho or a GaGaGa from your hand while it's on board, and it can also special summon itself from the graveyard if you have another DoDoDodwarf or GoGoGo monster. So it's another great addition. You don't really want to see it too much in the hand, and it's much better being dumped to the graveyard, which is kind of why I'm running the 2. From then on, we're running another couple of 2-ofs, so we're running 2 Utopic Onomatopoeia. So he's treated as all of the silly named archetypes, which is very useful because our search spell kind of relies on having multiples, and then obviously it works well with both the glove and the coat. So he's useful in himself, and he's also got kind of like a mass special summon, almost pendulum-esque effect from hand, so you can summon 1 of each of the named archetypes from your hand, which you don't often get more than 1. And my kind of main target for that is normally like GaGaGa Magician. So yeah, so there we're running 1 of, and that's GaGaGa Child. And GaGaGa Child's, he's okay. He's got a kind of Borer-esque effect where you can summon it if you control another GaGaGa. He becomes the same level as that monster. The downside is that you lose your battle phase, which is absolutely savage for the trade-off is, you know, unreal. So you really don't want to be using it past turn 1 if you can manage it, but it's not bad as an add, as an extension if you've kind of already got the other pieces that you need. So from there we're kind of running some support engines. So we're running the Time Thief engine, so we're running 2 Time Thief Winder and 1 Bezel Ship. So Winder's just a good extender from the hand, and Bezel Ship's kind of your add from Winder and a dump should you need it, and also be able to extend, and these are just generally good cards. So from there we're running a 1-of again, and we're running 1 of Farfa, the Malebranche of the Burning Abyss, which seems a little out of place here, but all will be revealed in the combo and the extra deck. So from there running 5 hand traps, and again you can kind of pick your own hand traps. It's quite nice that the deck is actually, the main engine's quite concise, so you can put in quite a lot of disruption. So I'm running 3 Ash Blossoms, I think it's generically good, and then 2 DeDeDeck, which again, I think has got even better considering now it kind of almost semi-negates stuff when it's activated in the graveyard. So yeah, DeDeDeck's become even more powerful than it was before. But again, you can put in whatever you so fit. And blasting on through into the spells. There's no tiny trap section in this video, which is nice. So we're running 3 Onomatopickup. So Onomatopickup is again a newer card from the Legendary Duelist series. And again, it's one of the ones that's kind of seeing play. So it's got a level modulation effect where you can make all monsters you control have the same level as one of those monsters of your archetypes. And it's also, when it's activated, it's kind of got a Tenki-esque effect where you can add another Onomato card from your deck to your hand, which can search your field, your other spell, or it can search your Utopic monster, which is quite nice. So from there, you're running 3 Onomatopaira. So this is a send another card to graveyard to add 2 of. So you've got to add 1 of each of the silly archetypes, but you can add 2 of them. So again, this just kind of is an immediate way to get all your pieces and everything that you need to kind of go off. And the fact that we've got a searcher for our searcher is just really, really solid. It's also become a bit more useful because we've now got cards that are not GaGaGas but are, you know, good. So from there, running 3 Kullbar Graves, and you'll notice that this is in kind of most of my deck profiles. As much as we can get through hand traps, we don't want our opponent to have them. So anything we can do to stop that well-timed Ash Blossom that will mess us up is key. So from there, we're running our GaGaGa spell, and we're running GaGaGarevenge. So this is basically a premature burial. So you can target GaGa monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Also, when it's sent to the graveyard, when that monster is uses an XYZ material, all XYZ monsters you control gain 300, which is a nice boost, I suppose. It's not game changing. Again, it's just a really solid card, and the fact that it's a searchable reborn with Sister is what really makes it tick. So from there, we're running some generic draw. So 2 Pot of Desires, which can conflict a little bit with some of our cards in terms of like Farfa and Bezel ship and stuff. But the additional draw and the resource gain is well worth it. 2 more, so we're in Allure of Darkness. We've got quite a lot of darks in our deck. Again, you could take these out for different things depending on what you want. But I think it's worth cycling through the cards to get to the pieces that you need. And again, rounding that off in terms of draw power, we've got 1 Upstart Goblin. 39 card deck is more consistent than a 40 card deck. And the extra 1,000 life points is effectively meaningless. Then we've got Monster Reborn. It's just a good extender, recovery card. And then finally, the double or nothing for our going second plays, basically. If you can put out your Utopia, smash it with double or nothing, then you almost certainly sealed the deal. Alright, so on to the final part of kind of the deck profile. The extra deck, I'm going to kind of blast through these because there's a lot of generic rank 4s, but starting things up, we've got GaGaGa Magician. So it can detach 1 material, special summon back an XYZ monster from the graveyard, and then a Utopic Future XYZ monster that uses it as a material gains the effect of becoming a 4,000 monster, which in all honesty doesn't come up that often, but I suppose it's worth noting. So from there we've got Daigusto Emerald, who's just a really good recursion and search. Tornado Dragon for dealing with the back row. Abyss Dweller to turn off your opponent's graveyard. Just an absolutely busted card. I'm not sure it deserves the ban, but it's definitely a high-ranking rank 4. So Castel, sometimes you just need to be able to get rid of rid of cards, and the spin is, you know, the most useful in terms of, you know, it's not just monsters, it can be any card. I've got Time Thief Redoer. For a bit of recursion, sometimes you need to be able to make sure that an XYZ monster sticks on board, and there's not really a better alternative than Time Thief Redoer because you can just Scarper and then come back your next turn. I'm running number 106 Giant Hand, which I think has fallen out of favour a bit. It's basically an effect Veiler on legs for a double detach, but I think it's pretty decent going first. From there, running a couple of Utopia monsters. So we're running Utopia Double, which searches your double or nothing and then overlays for your OG number 39 Utopia and doubles its attack. And then we've also got Utopia the Lightning, because sometimes you just need a big old beat stick. So from there we've got a couple of other different ranked monsters. So we've got Beatrice and Photon Strike Bouncer. So Beatrice is a dump and part of our kind of like our starting combo, should I say. And that's also why we're running Farfa, because then it becomes a disruption. And Photon Strike Bouncer is just a solid rank 6 as a kind of an effect, Veiler-esque effect. Continue on with that theme, I suppose. We've got one rank 8, which rarely comes out, if I'm being honest. It requires GaGaGa Magician to be on board, along with the Onomatopickup, so that you can make everything level 8. But again, he's just an effect, you know, he's an effect, a monster effect disruptor. And then we've got Utopic Future, number F0. So again, he's 2 XYZ monsters, he can pinch monsters, he's got destruction protection, and with GaGaGa Magician, he can also become a 4000 beater if you need it to be. And from there, we're running our single link monster, which is Infinitrack Fortress Megaclops, which I realise has got an absolute mad price hike at the moment. I get it's good, but it's not that good. So yeah, if you get 3 XYZ monsters, this guy can, you know, win games on his own, basically. Alright, so we're back again in zoomed out mode. Need some sort of intro for those. So this is a 1.5 card combo again. So the main thing you're going to need in is Onomatopickup, and I'm kind of using that as an extra step really, just to show that you've kind of got 6 cards that start this ball rolling. And for there we've picked kind of anything. DD Crow as a good substitute. So obviously this is in your hand, well, both of them in your hand, starting the ball rolling. So we're going to play Onomatopickup in our spell and trap card zone. That adds you the Onomatopaira. We're then playing the Onomatopaira, sending the whatever card we have to the graveyard to search for 2 of our silly named archetype. So GaGaGa Sister is going to be one of those, and so is our coat. And our coat meets the criteria because it's also a ZuBaBabancho as well as a GaGaGa, which is super useful. It's almost like they should have made it one archetype. So now both of these are in our hand, we're then going to normal summon the sister and hope that we don't get hand trapped. That will then add us the GaGaGarevenge. We'll then special summon the coat because we control a GaGaGa monster. I'll special summon that. We can then use GaGaGa Sister's effect to make them both level 6, so, well, it combines the levels and then makes them both that level, so 2, 4, 6, maths. We can then overlay that for a Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. She will end up gaining the 300 from the GaGaGarevenge, so she'll be a 2/8/2/8. So you can choose to put her in attack or defense, but going first it seems unwise to go in attack position unnecessarily. So we're going to attach, and it has to be the coat here. And that's going to allow us to send a card from the deck to the graveyard. In this instance, it's going to be our DoDoDodwarf GoGoGoglove. What else could there be? So we've kind of got a good setup in the graveyard now, so then we're going to go Revenge, special summon back the Coat, and because Coat is a really good card, it has a special summon from graveyard effect, so we're going to special summon the Glove back, and then both of these are level 4, so we can go for whatever rank 4 we see fit as a good disruptor. But if you don't know what your opponent's playing, Abyss Dweller or, in this instance, Giant Hand seem like a good approach. So from here, both of them gain 300, and we've got an Effect Veiler on legs, and we've got Detach from Beatrice, and then that's why I'm running the Farfa, because Farfa will then banish. So we've got 2 disruptions out of effectively 1 card. Alright, so we've seen the deck profile, we've seen the 1.5 card combo. Does this deck high-five the sky? I don't think so. It's a really fun, casual deck, and the fact that the engine's quite concise means that you can squeeze a lot of different techs in and stuff like that, which I think is, definitely to its benefit. And there's some, some cards that, as seen by kind of like the meta decks at the moment, have got meta relevance, which shows their power. It's a really fun and, I think, budget-esque deck, I would say. So, if you've got £100 to spend on a deck, GaGaGa might be it. Alright, so hope to see you next week for another deck profile, and I'll catch you later.